Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Good evening, and I hope everyone is doing great. So this is your girl Nora. She's here now today. Yeah, just minding my goddamn business, and then I hope everyone is doing great. Welcome to my live stream, and in today's topic and the questions that I'm being asked by a lot of people. Nora, where are you? What's up? Can we meet? I'm having a lot of appointments with people, yet I'm not home, and I try so much, as much as I can, to respond to them on WhatsApp to tell them that hey, I'm not home for some reasons. Some I tell them where I am, who really need to know where I really am, and the rest that who don't need to know where I am, I don't tell them. I just tell them I'm in Kenya because I know they can't come to Kenya. They need passport. So that's what I do. But for some people who are so important to me that I know they really mean it, they really want to meet me. So I'm always free to tell them where I am and what I'm up to. So I'm really sorry for those who have been asking me and for those who have been longing to do the collabo with me in Uganda. I'm not home right now. I already traveled. I left Uganda 3 months now, ever since I left. And now I'm in Saudi Arabia. Hey guys, if you're new here, you're most welcome. Please kindly subscribe to my channel, like and share. To like this live stream, you see on top of your screen there is a three dots. Click on it and then like this live stream. So the most question that I always ask, always ask me, Nora, where are you? What are you up to? So as I told you, not everyone needs to know where I am. Those who are important to me, they know. I always tell them the truth because I know they mean it. And for those because I want to know where she is. I remember there's a day some called me, I was in Uganda. So I was with my sister and with my mom, and then this person called. Was like, I was like, yes, hello. This person was like, yeah, hey Nora, how are you? I was like, I'm okay. Hey, I've been telling people that you're around, you're in Uganda, you're in Uganda. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. I've been telling people that you're around, you're around. Yes, now that I've made sure that you're still around in Uganda, I'm going to prove to them that I spoke to you today. I was like, eh. So let me tell you, a lot of people really, like, they don't know how to mind their own business. Someone wants to know what you're doing, what you're up to, and I'm wondering why. So when my sister asked me, who is that who has just called you? My elder sister always answers my phone. I don't know why, but she always does it. When I leave my phone there, she has to answer my phone and make sure that you don't say nonsense. I don't know, but I try so much to tell her not to answer my phones. But you find her when she has answered. She will tell you, you're my young sister and I have to do what I have to do, what a big sister has to do. Anyway, so the reason why I had to come back in Saudi Arabia, I did actually choose that this is where I want to come. My point was I wanted to travel to Dubai to work that side. But in Dubai, they were asking a lot of money. At that time, I didn't have enough with me in my account. I'd already bought some pins, and then I didn't have enough. I had really half of it. I have to take my kid to school. I have other responsibilities. I need to finish my mom's house. So things were just moving around and around, when you're the breadwinner in your family, you're the one that your mom always looked up to. Your young sisters, they need to go to school and you need to help, and you also have your kid on top of that, and you're the one doing all those things. You can imagine every responsibility is on you. So what I did, when I was home in Uganda, I was so depressed, losing the father of my kid, the responsibility of being mom. I didn't know or anything. So things were so hard and tight up on me. I became so thin. Every time I tried to eat food, I would just throw up. I didn't know what was really wrong with me. We went to the hospitals, they checked on me, there is nothing. They didn't actually find any sickness in my blood. The only thing that they found out when I was in Uganda is that my blood was too low. And then they told me that I need really to take care of myself. So my mom had to help me so that I get enough blood again. But losing weight, it was from today, tomorrow, the next day. If you meet me today, after the next week, you will not recognize me, to be honest. I was so depressed. You know, sometimes I used to sit and ask my mom that, how did you raise us? To me, it was crazy. Remember, I worked in Oman for 3 years. I wanted to stay there for 4 years, but unfortunately, when the incident of the death of the father of my kid, when it happened, I had to go back to Uganda. My kid was living with her stepmom, and I have to go back to make sure that I get my kid back on my side. When I went home, I used my money that I had in my account to buy land, like something for myself, because I used half of it first to buy for my mom, and I had to construct a house for her. And after that, I remained with half of it. I used it to also buy something for myself. And buying something for myself, I remained with half. So half of that money wasn't enough to sustain me to stay for so long. And also the things in Uganda, things are so high, things have become expensive. That tells you in Uganda that things are really hard. And in a job that if you're working, you can get salary at around 300 to 200, 400. It's when you're working in a higher position job in Uganda. Things were so tight up, guys. Things were so tight up. I was going crazy. Every time, I even reached the time that I don't like myself. I don't like to take photos of myself. There's a time I first stayed away from YouTube. I'll just make videos, but I will not show my face because of how I used to feel about myself, because I was always crying. I couldn't stop crying. Every time I think of how is my kid going to go to school, how am I going to do this, will I have a home of my own? A lot of things were happening. The thing is, when they tell you depression is really true, if you've never been through a depression, don't say that I understand, but depression is real. You can sink, and if you're not strong enough, you can take your life. So I used to pray and pray. So one time I went home to visit my mom. She told me, Nora, you're no longer looking good, and I'm not happy with it. If you really need to do something before you lose your life. I'm not happy with what I'm seeing. What I'll tell you, make sure that you go back and work. That's what my mom told me. If it's what will make you happy, go back and work. At least try to keep your mind busy. Stay away from everything. I'll handle everything, because it used to kill her. I remember a time my mom went to drink. She got drunk. Guys, I was sleeping in the couch, and she came. I wasn't actually like falling asleep, but I was just there. I watched TV and I got tired of watching TV, so I just decided to stay there. So my mom thought I was asleep. She entered the house. She started touching my hair. I've cut already. I had short hair because it was too much. I didn't even need my hair. So things were so tight up. My mom grabbed my hair. She was just touching my hair, scratching. She told me, Nora, I know you're asleep, but let me tell you this. Seeing you like this, it doesn't make me happy. I'm not happy. You're dying, you're killing yourself with a lot of stress. And as your mother, I'll do anything to make sure that you're okay. I want you to go back out there and hustle. Make sure that you give yourself a better life. So the only thing that you need to do, just take care of yourself. To see me here now, guys, I'll tell you that I thank God that my life is changing. My kid is in school. I'm doing everything to see that I also give myself a better life. Things that I cannot tell you right now that I'm working on it, but inshallah, when God is well, I will definitely share with you the good news. But I'm working on myself. I'm working on everything that I really need for me and my little girl back home in Uganda. So I used to look for jobs in Uganda. Every job that I'll get. There's the first job that I got as a waitress. They were paying me 200 Ugandan shilling, and that 200 Ugandan shilling. It's not enough money. It's not enough. That money is enough for you when you don't have family to take care of. That money is enough for you when you're staying with your parents. It's okay. It's enough for you because you only need to buy clothes, you need to buy shoes, you need to buy, you need phone, you need to buy every chakala that comes in front of you. But a person with responsibilities, 200 is not enough. So that's what I was earning, and that wasn't enough. And I applied for another job. That job they were paying 300. On top of 300, I remember I worked there for 2 months without being paid, guys. It was so hectic. I felt like crying. This job, actually I was working in a hotel. Imagine working for 2 months, you're not being paid. They are telling you that you guys are still on training. I asked them, what kind of training is this? I applied for a job because I know what I'm doing. So what the training is for what? They just told us you're in training, you get all your money once. So when they told us you get your money all once at the same time, I was like, okay, let me be patient. When it reaches December, I'll be able to get all my money. I was so patient. I worked. They gave me 1 month salary. I asked, what's going on? So I used that 1 month salary. By then, my kid was going back to school, and I had to use that. I used that money to buy things, going to the market to buy the school requirements. 200. 200 has fallen down. That money wasn't enough. And I remember my kid could just tell me, Mom, I need this. Mom, I need this. In school, they need this. The requirement. I was draining. To be honest, I was draining. But in all, I won't say that I struggled that much, but there was someone who was helping me. My friend helped me to pay for my daughter's school fees, and so whenever it was time to go back to school, I'll inform my friend about it, and my friend will make sure that my daughter gets the school fees, the requirements. I did not tell my friend about the requirements because I didn't want to burden him so much. You know, someone has decided to help you. And the only thing you want not to burden them that much. You want also to do half of that, to be part of it. Don't just leave because someone say, oh, I'm going to help you, and you leave all the responsibilities on them. I felt like, let me also do half of it. So I decided to help. If he pays the school fees, I pay for the requirements. However much I knew the requirements would also cost, so I have to pay for the requirements. And my friend will also help me. Things were becoming so hard and triggery, guys. I didn't know what to do, who to tell my situation, but I will always share my situation with my friend. But about traveling, I never told my friend about anything because I knew it would not make him happy. But me as a person, I needed to travel back to Saudi Arabia or to any. So when a friend of mine from Oman is the one who sent me the number to this company, she told me, Norah, she always actually cares. When you have people around you who care, she told me, it really it will really make me sad to go back in Uganda and find out that of all the time that we spent working together, you don't have anything of your own. You only worked to help your family. You also need to do something for yourself, Nora. There is this company that I know, they don't ask a lot of money. I don't know how much they'll ask you, but try these guys out and they'll definitely help you. So I took my passport there to them, to these guys. I applied. You have to fill in the form, so I gave them first. They asked me for 150,000 Ugandan shilling, and I told them I don't have that money. I had it, but she told me don't. Actually, companies in Uganda, when actually they ask you for the money, don't give them exactly the amount they want, because if you give them the exactly amount they want, it will become like a daily routine. They will always ask you for a lot of money. So my friend told me, don't give them exactly what they ask you, because these guys are also being paid by the bosses. So I told them, I don't have this amount of money, but I can get this. So I got for them 100, and then they told me, I will be demanding you 50,000. I was like, okay. Imagine what. So that 150K they ask, that's for the blood test, for applications, to do the HIV test, to do the hepatitis TB test. Those are the things that money is for. And after all doing that, I left. They told me, so the guy was really polite. He told me, if you want your documents to work and we to work on you, you always have to make sure that you call me, remind me, become a reminder. Don't just go home and sit there and you think we work on you. These things you have to also put in your effort. I was like, okay. I told him, you told me to put in effort. I'll show you the effort that I'll show. So every time I'll get a day off from my workplace, I'll make sure that I go there. I check on him. And after checking on him, I have to tell him. So I always have to pressure him. I pressured him to make sure that my documents are being worked on, being attended to. So this guy actually really helped me. At first, it stayed for like 6 months. I went there, I told him, hey, what's going on? This guy was just telling me, we're working on it. I told him, hey, no, make sure you work on me. I really want to travel. So when I saw that she's not taking care of everything, she's just, telling you today, when you go there, the story changes. Asked him. So I told him, man, we sat down. I told him, maybe you're not understanding the reason why I want to go back there so badly. I had to make this guy really understand the reason why I want to go back. I want to come back and work. So I sat with him. I spoke to him. He told me, okay, tell me the reason why you want to go back there so badly. So I had to narrate my story to him. And then he was like, okay, some officers, these guys, they take advantages of people. Most especially girls. I don't know what's wrong. Okay, let me not say girls, not only girls, but women. Because when I went there, I met a lot of women. They accept people to use them. But I will always say that use your mind, be able to speak up, don't allow someone to use you. You want to come, again you're sleeping with those same people that are working on your documents. Why are you so desperate? At the end of the day, you're not coming. Because you've already given yourself to them, and they'll be like, okay, I'll not work on that one. They'll jump to another one, like that. It was like a game. So me, whenever I go there, I'll listen to all those stories, so and so, blah, blah, blah. Actually, I was also being told to do the same thing, but I will tell you one thing that I will always say. I rather speak the truth. Whether I'm going to lose, what's more important to me, but as long as I tell you the truth in front of your face, that I will not do what you want me to do just because you want me to get it. No way, let me tell you guys. Learn how to speak up the truth. Don't allow, because you're so desperate, you want to travel, they'll tell you, that if you don't have this amount of money, maybe we can do something small. You can make me happy, we both be happy. You know what I'm meaning. If you're a grown-up person, you understand what I mean. If someone tells you, make me happy. If you want something, make me happy. I'll also make you happy. Say no to it. You're paying them, but why are you again making someone, doing someone that you don't want to do? Why? Just because you want to travel? Let me tell you something. My friend traveling to Dubai, I remember that time I'd just gone back home and I was still in this scenario of moving around to court. I'm suing we're still fighting for the legal rights, who is supposed to stay with the kid. And then my girlfriend told me, Nora, I'm traveling to Dubai. There's a company that takes people abroad. And then I told her, how much did they ask you? My friend was asked 4 million. So 4 million Ugandan shillings. She wanted to work as a waitress in Dubai. There are so many scammers out there. And most especially, they scam these people who are so desperate. Desperation can make you fall into someone's trap if you're not so careful, if you're not too wise and use your brain. So my girlfriend paid 4 million. She thought she was going to Dubai to work as a waitress. I told her safe journey, but me, I'm still home. I need to fix some things before I think of traveling again. My friend was like, okay, when things goes well for me, I'll let you know. After 1 month, my girlfriend told me something. She told me, hey Nora, do you know what happened to me? When I reached in Dubai, I was sold like a sheep. She told me, you would not believe it. You know, guys, lining you up. They say slavery is still there. It's true. It's just that it's modernized. Slavery is still out there and it's real, but it's just that it's modernized. That you have a right to say no or yes to what you want. It's you with what you want. My friend told me on top of that 4 million she paid, she was told in Uganda, when you travel to Dubai, it's your boss who is going to pick you up at the airport. My girlfriend was like, okay, good enough and fair enough. I'm glad that they will be the one to pick me up. But what she told me, she reached, an Eritrean woman was the one who picked them at the airport. They were taken to the place where they were supposed to stay. After like 1 month, they lined them up. They told everyone to open up their teeth, put your tongue out, they check your tongue, and after checking your tongue, they tell you to turn around, put your arms up, walk back and in front. That's what they told her to do. She did all those things, and she was picked on one of those girls, and then they put her aside. After 2 days, her boss came and took her. My dear, she told me, Nora, you don't want to come here. Stay where you are. I told her, my dear, I'm not desperate. I'm still working on something. I'm still working on something. Let me work on it. And definitely, I waited, being patient. Fair enough, this year on Feb 14th, I managed to travel from Uganda to Saudi Arabia, and I really thank God that I made it, because life was so hard for me in Uganda due to my dreams, due to the things that I want as a woman. I'm someone who doesn't want to depend on people, let me say, or someone. I want to be an independent woman. I want to make sure that I build my own dreams apart from things that I've gone through in life. But I don't see that as a limitation. I only see those as my story to tell one day that I really worked so hard to reach where I am. I did not allow anyone to use me or to take granted of me because I'm a woman, because I want something. No, I had to work. I have to make my way, doing the right thing to reach where I want to reach. I know there are so many girls who have been used in because they want to travel and they know they are so desperate. Whatever they ask them to do, they do it. My dear sister, I will tell you, be patient and think before you do something stupid. I remember when I was in that process of coming here, I will always go to the office to check on my documents, on how they are working on it, however much they took so long. So at that time, I didn't get a chance to know who the boss was. But one day, I was there, sitting, waiting for the guy who was working for me. You know, there are so many people in the office. You find different, everyone has their own agent. So one time, I sat there. It took me so long. No one was coming, and I sat. So there's this gentleman who came in with the bodyguards driving. The car was dark and the mirrors were all dark. You could not see the person who was inside. I saw someone, they opened the door, he entered, and these guys, they left, the bodyguards, they left. So there's another gentleman who went in who said that, oh, that's Mr. So-and-so. And then this gentleman went, they sat there. I don't know what they were talking about. After like some minutes, this guy got out and I went. I knocked the door. I entered. This guy told me, sit down. He asked me, what's your name? I told him. He told me, what are you doing here? I explained to him. So when I explained to this gentleman, it was like, let me tell you guys, when God will use someone to work things out for you, they will definitely do that. This guy told me, sit down. He started asking me questions. He asked me questions. He told me, a girl like you with a good accent, why would you want to go to work there? I just told him I just want to go and work. So the guy started playing with my mind to try to know if I'm these kind of girls who, but I also triggered him. I also gave him the exactly answers that he needed as a person. While we were talking to this gentleman, he told me, you know what, I'll work on you, but I'll need you to be patient. Just help me with one thing. Do not go around sleeping with men. I've got a lot of issues with girls. I've wasted my money on girls. I have to replace them because of stupidity. Every day we are finding, if we don't find a girl with HIV, we'll find a girl with pregnancy, we'll find a girl with hepatitis B. If you're one of those girls, help me. Pick your passport and get out of my office. This guy, he was so tough. I told him, hey. So when I saw he was tough, I was like, hey, who do you think I am? Is it because of my dressing code? Is it because of the way I'm talking to you or what? He told me, no. I like the way you're talking to me. And actually, when I was in that office, no one ever found problem about me. I'm not just bragging, but I'm telling you, always respect yourself. When you go and obedient, being obedient and being polite. Speak your mind. Let people know what you want. If you're seeking for a job, speak the reason why you're seeking for that job. Let them know that you need that job. Don't go there and start. I've seen a lot of girls, they failed. They failed, to be honest. They failed the test. Whenever they will try, no. Whenever they will try, no. I remember there's a girl who said, can I go and abort so tomorrow I can? This guy told him, 4-month pregnancy, you want to go and abort. While you were doing it, you were not thinking that you want to travel. This guy was like, I didn't know how to tell my husband, how. This man was like, okay, go back home and raise your family with your husband. Because if your husband knew that you want to travel, he wouldn't do this to you. And you as a woman, if you knew that you wanted to travel, you would have protected yourself to make sure that you don't become pregnant. So a lot of things were happening, but patience, I tell you, I surprised everyone the day we were traveling. I remember the day we were traveling, coming. The last day they still do the checkup on you guys. When they told us we were going to do the checkup, I remember they called me first. Me, I refused to stay in the office. I refused to stay in their camp. So this company, they had a big camp where they keep girls or women who are going to work. So you stay there. You're not allowed to go out. You stay there until the day of your traveling. But me, I told them I cannot stay because I need to work. I explained to them, and the boss accepted me to out and work because I was staying nearby in Tawo, in Kampala, so I call it Tawo. Sorry, that Kenyan word is also in me. So we stay nearby, and that's why I always go to the office and check on my documents. But the day of coming, the last day, they called me and I went. I remember I went with my mom because you have to go there with parents to sign on your documents, to agree if anything happens to you. Or if you refuse to work, your parents have to pay to refund the money of your sponsor. The law, but nowadays the law in Uganda has definitely changed, guys. You need to pay that shilling. But before your parents paying that money, think, what did I come here to do? I came here to work oba najja kubeera nga nzanya. Think. Ask yourself. Every time you know the reason why you came, you stay strong, you be productive, you work hard knowing that there is no one who is going to rescue you. So I went there with my mom to the office. When this guy met my mom for the first time, he was like, oh my God, you're Norah's mom, what? I thank God that my mom managed to meet that guy. He was the only man that I wanted my mom to meet because he's someone who can at least do something. And I was so happy with my mom meeting him and signing the document. I was so happy. And I even told him that I'm happy that my mom met you so that she can give them the document, at least in anything. When they told me my visa was out, I was so happy, guys. I was so happy. I remember I used to sit down and never cried. Like tears, you're in pain. Guys, I cried when I was in Uganda. There's no day that this couldn't fall out of my eyes every day, night, day. Sometimes I would even run away and go to the toilet and cry. At work, I'll cry my eyes out and then come out and clients will ask me, what's wrong with you? Your eyes is red. I'll just tell them nothing. Have something has fallen into my eyes because I used to wear specs all the time. So I'll tell them I do not put my eye drops into my eyes. So that's why my eyes, it's itching. But I was deeply dying deep down inside of me because of the depression. Thinking of how am I going to be able to take care of my kid. And with our economy in Uganda, things were so hard. I needed something. Not only renting, but I needed something apart from that. So I would always cry. I felt so bad that I did not tell someone the truth. And however much it will hurt me one day, but I don't regret because I would say that it was worthy leaving home to come and work. However much you're comfortable, but I couldn't get all that I wanted through that person, so I had to come and work because my daughter really needed this, and I also needed it. Staying home in Uganda and things are hard. Renting a house, the money you're earning is not enough. It's like half of your money, you're spending it on the rent, transport, you're not having enough money to buy the food in the house, things that you need. It was so hard. You need to pay the electricity, you need to buy food, you need to, on that 200 Ugandan shilling. Okay, let me give you a math. A house is for 150, your salary is 200 Ugandan shilling. And your daughter's school fees, okay, let me say maybe your child's school fees, it's around 400 to 500. You know how schools in Uganda they are. You will not take your child to the government school in the village where teachers don't care. Government schools, I don't know what's wrong with them in Uganda. Nowadays, schools that most parents take their kids to, if you want your child to become something, those are private schools. You know you're going to take your child to school where they are only waiting to be paid salary. They are always having strikes in school. So what's that? No, tell me, you're earning 200 Ugandan shilling, your house rent is 150 or maybe 100,000, and your child's school fees is around 200, okay, 200, 300, 400. Nowadays, a child in a kindergarten is paying 300. Sometimes I even wonder people who give birth to a lot of children, how are they managing it? How are you guys managing life? Because for me, if I see, hey, it's a win-win. There's no more staying at home. There's no more saying that you're a housewife, staying at home and wait for your husband to come. No. When your husband gets out of the house, you also have to get out of the house. Both of you have to go and hustle. Because it's a win-win. Uganda has become a win-win. I remember there's a day in the morning, I was actually not talking to my friend. I felt so bad that we were not talking. This is my girlfriend. I'm not talking about my other friend. This is my girlfriend that I'm talking about. I felt so bad. The one day my sister told me, I remember it was in January. I remember the day very well. My sister told me, why are you not talking to your friend? I told my sister, maybe she thought I didn't want to talk to her. My phone was off. I'd gone somewhere and they have taken our phones for 2 weeks. And 5 minutes, make a call, withdraw money, that's it. And they will take away your phone from you. So my friend, maybe she thought I never wanted to talk to her. When my sister asked me, why is it that you don't want to talk to your friend, blah, blah, my sister told me a lot of things. At that time, I was actually, So hey guys, we're back online again. So as I was telling you, the reason why I made this live stream because a lot of people really ask me of my whereabouts, and so today I decided just to be open to tell most people where I am, so that some of you will not call. Maybe we can still chat on WhatsApp the same way we have been doing, and continue chatting, and me continue giving you guys a location that maybe in case you want to go and do your vlog, you can always go there. You just tell them who sent you and they'll be able to welcome you freely. And to like this live stream, you see on top of your camera, you see the 3 dots, and click it, then you like from that side. Thank you so much guys for watching and always for supporting your girl Nora. I just want to say thank you. Yes, this is me naturally. Naturally, yes, my job does not require any makeup. The moment you wear makeup, you're fired. If you don't want to lose your job, this is how you have to look. Simple. Otunanga akatogo akadibye so that walemu okubaawo n'omwakulabaawo ng'omuntu. But anyway, ensi bwetyo bw'ebeera, tumala ne tutuuka ku byengedde nga tuli ewaka. Naye obwo bwe bubeera obulamu. Omuntu okubeera nakyo tekirina kyekikuggyako oba tekirina kyekigenda okutaako. Kirungi oli weeyagala. Teweeyagala? Bameka ku mmwe abali eyo nga omuntu n'obeera omulungi kyenkana kitya teri n'omu akutuunaako? Bagamba ensowera ekwagala ekugwa ku bbwa, ensowera etakwagala tejja kujja ennuuse ku bbwalyo. Anyway, musitule bulungi, bagalize kiro kirungi. Until I see you guys. Anyway, happy new month. So we'll be doing live stream from Sunday, every Sunday. Let me just inform you by writing. I love you guys. See you. Bye. Good night.